Hi friends, this is Krish, the Urban Naxal. Today I want to discuss the meaning of the kind of risks that you take when you go for under construction projects. When you book a flat in an under construction project. Now, when we use the word risk, we have got so used to the word risk that it doesn't mean anything. It stops having a meaning. So I'm going to kind of flesh out the meaning of the word risk. What do I mean when you say it is risky? Let's understand this. So to understand it, I'm going to create a set of references for you. In reference to this is more risky. In reference to this is more risky, and so on. So let us create a scale of risk. Now in order to create a scale of risk, let us first understand a perfect transaction. So we will have to create an imaginary thing called a perfect flat transaction. Let us say there is a builder called Perfect Constructions Private Limited. He is perfect. He has an unblemished record. He has a fantastic track record. He finishes every project. He finishes every project on date, and he gives possession immediately. If he says it is going to cost 50 lakh rupees, he will take exactly 50 lakhs from you, not 51 lakhs. If he says that you have to pay me 50 lakhs and I am going to give you this flat today, right now, okay, that's a perfect transaction. So this perfect builder says, okay, this is the flat, you come and see it, you walk around in it, you have it checked, you do whatever you want to confirm that it is completely safe. And after that, this is the paperwork. Look at the paperwork, understand the paperwork, there are no tricks. It is clean and clear agreement of sale. No ifs, no buts, no disclaimers, nothing. Whatever happens, I am responsible. This is your perfect builder. And this perfect builder says, come here, sit in my office, give me RTGS or NEFT of 50 lakh rupees. We are immediately going to proceed, or better still, we will go to the registrar's office, give me 50 lakh rupees RTGS at the time when you are signing. I will sign. एक हाथ से registered agreement ले लो, एक हाथ से flat का चाबी ले लो, and the whole thing is complete. You can move into your house same day, same moment. This is a perfect transaction, which is very, very safe for you, because you have given the money, you have taken the house, the guy is perfect builder, perfect track record, okay? But we don't live in a perfect world, as you know. So we have to accept some degree of imperfections. Now we take risks all the time. Every time we go out, we take a risk that there is going to be an auto accident and we may get involved in that accident. Every time we go by train, we are taking a risk that we can slip and fall on the railway station or on the train, or something bad can happen to us. So we are always taking risks. If you sit in a car and drive to town, you are taking a risk of, you may be a good driver, but somebody else may be a bad driver, or somebody else may be a careless driver. Things can happen. So you are taking risks. Now, in this world where we are always taking risks, let us look at where does under construction property stand. How much risk? Is it acceptable risk or is it not acceptable risk? So what is acceptable and not acceptable risk? For example, if you are driving to town and your vehicle is in good working order, perfect condition, brakes are functioning fine, petrol tank is full reasonably, everything has been checked, well maintained car, is a reasonable and acceptable risk if you drive to town. Things can still go wrong, but everything is working fine, and then if things go wrong, you can say, what can I do? What is unacceptable risk? Unacceptable risk is car has not been maintained. You don't know whether there are 20 liters of petrol in the tank or 1 liter of petrol or 100 ml of petrol in the tank. Petrol gauge is not working. Brakes are not working. Nothing works. Lots of problems. Battery can fail. Battery is not proper. All kind of issues. Plus bad weather. It can rain. Roads can turn slippery. And so on and so forth. So now you have a bunch of unacceptable risks. These are risks you should not take. Now, if you say, no, I can go and drive a car even if brakes have failed, then I feel you are taking a risk which is, according to me, not reasonable. So maybe according to you it is reasonable. You will say, my uncle drove all the way from Delhi to Bangalore in a car without brakes. I'll say, okay, fine, whatever. But according to me, not acceptable. So let us talk about what is an acceptable risk with a builder. And I'm going to show you the levels of risk. So first level of risk, as I said, is zero risk, which is perfect builders. Same day transaction. Now suppose it's not the same day transaction. Perfect builder showed you the flat. He showed you the flat, he let you walk around in the flat, he let you check the flat. Here is imperfect builder number 1. I am going to call them imperfect builder 1, imperfect builder 2, imperfect builder 3, according to the level of imperfections. So imperfect builder 1 says, I have the flat, it is ready, it is there, you can see it from outside, but I am not letting you go and enter the flat and check the flat for yourself. You have to trust me. Rest all things are same. You give me RTGS immediately, I will give you flat ka chavi immediately. Well, you will say it's a little bit of a risk, but I can see the flat from outside. So what if I can't see the flat from inside? Now you have accepted level 1 of risk. Slightly risky. Why? Because if you go to the flat later on and find out that the flat has severe leakages, you have already given the money, you have already done the agreement, you have already taken the keys, the flat is now yours, and you now have a flat with leakages, major issues. Congratulations, you accepted a risk. Let me take you to level number 2. He says, flat is not out ready, the building is getting done, you can stand here and see the building. You can see the framework, it is getting done. You can enter into transaction with me, but obviously I am not giving you today, I will give you on 31st December 2022. Let us assume that this is possible and he can give you the flat in 2022 December, 6 months or 5 months from now. This means things can be built in a defective way. That is issue number 1. Number 2, what happens if the building doesn't get constructed? You already paid the money. He will say it is 99% complete. You have to take his word for it. He will say, you give me 99% money. You have taken the risk now. You pay him 99% money, go to the registrar's office, get the property registered in your name. He has not given you possession. He says he will give it on 31st December 2022. You are taking a little bit more risk, but you are saying, okay, it is only, I have to trust him only for 5 months. You are taking a risk. Level 2 of risk. What can go wrong? Well, for one thing, what if the building doesn't get complete? Why won't it get complete? Well, we will talk about that later, but the future is always uncertain. People say they will do something, they don't do it. You book a flight and then the flight gets cancelled. You want to go by train and that day it rains very heavily, train got cancelled. So it's an imperfect world. So there are risks. So same way, project, they said they will complete it in December 2022, didn't happen. you're taking a risk. Or it happened, but then the build quality of the flat is not good, leakages, very poor finishing, you're taking a risk. Then level 3 of the risk. Now all these level 1 and 2, I have assumed that you have the money. 50 lakh rupees you got, which you transfer straight to the builder. You got the money today, right now, in your bank account, sitting idle. You are giving it to the builder, you are entering into registered agreement. Okay, but it's a level 2 risk. Now let us look at level 3 risk. Builder says, you have to trust me. You would have trusted me if I said 2022 December. Now, I'm not going to say 2022 December, I am going to say 2024 December, 2 years. You have to trust me. So now you have to trust the builder from now in July 2022 till December 2024. So 30 months. 30 months, what could go wrong? He says, see, I have started digging the foundation already. Foundation is nearly complete. What could go wrong? He says, others like you will buy my property. Others like you will book my flats. And with that money, I am going to construct. This is a little bit worry. Why? What if others like you, other flat buyers, don't choose to put their money with this guy? What happens if he sells 70% of the flats or 50% of the flats and rest of the flats he is not sold? And then he doesn't have sufficient money. And maybe he goes to a financing NBFC. And NBFC looks at it, non-banking financial company looks at him and says, you know what, I don't think we should lend you. Why? Because RBI has some new guidelines. So they don't lend to him. So he doesn't get enough finance. So the building can stop. The project can stop. But you have already paid him the money. Yes, you have already paid him the money, but the project stops. Till when? Till he gets the money. Till he is able to restart the project. So now you have taken a bigger risk, level 3 risk. Now this was level 3 risk, but come on, you will say, Krish, he has already invested so much, where will he go? Wo kidhar jayega? The thing is going to get completed. But you have taken a level 3 risk, same 50 lakh rupees. 50 lakh rupees with Perfect Builders was 0 risk. With 50 lakh rupees with Imperfect Builder number 3 is level 3 risk. You will say, have faith, the system works. Do you trust the system? Is it so trustworthy? I mean, we are living in India. Do we have such a perfect system? Do people do what they are supposed to do? Does government do what it's supposed to do? Do railways do what they are supposed to do? I mean, do you really have that much trust in the system? Does police do what they are supposed to do? Do courts do what they are supposed to do? Give justice? Do you trust the system that much? My own personal take is, this is India. We have imperfections. We have a lot of imperfections. Roads have potholes. Every year after year, roads have potholes. In the monsoon, those potholes open up. This is India. We have open gutters, open manholes, which don't get closed for some days. We have wires and cables lying everywhere. This is India. Do you have that much trust? Okay. Take level 3. You choose to take level 3 risk. Take level 3 risk. Then I'll tell you level 4 risk. Level 4 risk is, there is no one single builder. There is a builder, he doesn't have the ownership or title of the land. He says, I have entered into agreement with all these landowners. And the landowners are a family of different farmers. Or they look like farmers. Some of them are slightly political guys. And he takes them all together and he makes you enter into an agreement with all of them. And he says, you give me the money, 50 lakhs, and I am going to distribute to all these guys. And if things go well, I am going to give you in 2024. Then he says, by the way, we have not started the work. IOD has not come, building permissions have not come. But trust me. Trust me, I will give you the flat. Don't worry. Have faith. See, I have closed the compound, I have put up the board, I have even got a RERA number. No, he won't get a RERA number. Actually, he won't get a RERA number unless IOD and CC. IOD comes. At least IOD should come, which is intimation of disapproval, which is the absolute basic minimum for starting the project. So let us say he has got IOD. But getting IOD and getting CC are two different things. He got IOD, he starts the construction work, or he's got a few earth movers and JCBs roaming around and digging earth. He's doing all that. He's clearing the place. And there are a bunch of other people. They are the landowners. And he says, enter into agreement with all of us. We, now he's not saying I, he's saying we will complete the project. Should you worry? I think you have gone to level 4 of risk. You should worry. Why? He has gotten into an agreement with all these landowners. If one of these landowners is dissatisfied with the way the builder is giving him money, if he says you are supposed to give me 1 crore rupees for my share and instead you have only paid me 50 lakhs, give me 1 crore or I am going to police or I am going to court, I am going to civil court, I am going to get a stay order. Can it happen? Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. If he does that, any one of those people, so you entered into an agreement with builder and let us say 8-10 landowners, different ages, different members of the same family. Okay, let us call them the Matre family. So you got Papu Matre, Bipku Matre, Munni Matre, Uncle Prakash Matre, Datta Matre, all these guys, different people. Different ages, different sizes, different brains. And every brain works differently. One of them goes to court, can cause problems. One of them enters into a dispute, can cause problems. Your entire project can come to a halt. And let us say he doesn't even get a court stay order, because let us say court will not give a stay order. But let us say this guy called Dattu Matre is a Shiv Sainik. And he brings 30 guys, goons, who will beat up the JCB operator, who will break up whatever is there, builder ka office tod phod ke rakh dega. Dattu Matre will scare the builder shitless and that builder runs away from Mumbai to Calcutta. Tell me how your project is getting completed. Simple. This happens. Now you have entered risk level number 4 of your under construction project. Under construction risk level number 4. Can you get worse? Can it become risk level number 5, risk level number 6, risk level number 7? Yes, it can. Now let us talk about some of the risks on your side. Till now what we have been talking about is you have 50 lakh rupees to pay to this guy. So from your side there is no risk. Now let me create risks from your side. You enter into an agreement to pay 50 lakh rupees when you actually have only 5 lakh rupees in your bank account. FDs. Okay. And you have an income, so you say, okay, I can pay EMIs. And let us say you get a loan. So before getting the loan, you are going to give the token to the builder, booking amount to the builder, 50 lakh rupees, so you have gone and paid 5 lakh rupees, 10% of that to the builder. Then you say, I will register the agreement. Now you are left with very little money for registration of the agreement. Somehow you borrow money and you register the agreement. You pay stamp duty, and register the agreement. Then from there you are going to get loan disbursal. At that time you don't get a loan. You have a problem. You have entered into this. The cost of entering into the agreement was another, let us say stamp duty was lowered, so let us say 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs. 5 lakhs you have paid to the builder, 4 lakhs you have paid for stamp duty registration. And what are you going for? The remaining amount, 45 lakhs you have to pay. And the bank says, no, you are not eligible for more than 30 lakhs. You have to pay 45 lakhs. You are eligible for only 30 lakhs. Either you will take that risk, you will take the 30 lakh rupees loan, you will get it disbursed to the builder when he asks for it, and then you are going to wonder how you are going to make that gap of 15 lakhs available to the builder. Now you have entered into a zone of risk on your side. You didn't have all the money, but you have entered into the transaction. And the builder clearly says, boss, if you don't pay me when demanded, I am going to cancel the agreement. And they say things like they will take away all your money. It may not be legal. Let us say he says he is going to take away all your money. It is not legal, but the builders say these things. They even write it in the agreement. It is not legal, but they write it in the agreement that your entire amount will be forfeited and you will have no further claims. You give the 30 lakh rupees. 30 lakh rupees is disbursed. You still have your job. And let us say you cannot get 15 lakh rupees to pay further demand of the builder, and he says your amount is forfeited. Now you will have to go to court, you will have to fight to get your money. Where are you? You are at risk level 6 or 7. From perfect transaction you have come to a very, very, very imperfect transaction. Now let me put you in risk level 8. Still it is risk on your side. Risk level 8 is you lose your job, you lose your salary, you lose your capacity to pay EMI. Bank says we are taking over the flat, we will auction it and we will recover the amount. And they file SARFAESI Act proceedings against you. You are at risk level 9. This happens. I can keep escalating the risk levels. We can go to subvention scheme and that will increase the risk levels. In this way, you enter into a very, very risky transaction when you buy under construction. I am your friend, Krish the Urban Naxal. Jai Maharashtra, Jai Hind, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan.